Norseman Live is brought to you by Isklar, Intersport, Windforce, Bundegruppen, and Renault.
Hi again, it's Stuart McLeod with Norseman Live in the studio. We're just looking over the top of Gaustatoppen, the finish of the Norseman and X-Tri World Championships 2019. We are doing a live broadcast, and the nature of a live broadcast when we're on a mountaintop in Norway, we have lost some of the feed, but fortunately we have got some incredible footage we caught just before we lost that feed. Hi again, it's Stuart McLeod, Norseman Live, back in the studio. We can see we're looking down from the top of Gaustatoppen. We can see in the middle of the screen, we can see Alan Hovda. Alan Hovda is leading the race. We're approaching the top and the finish line. It's probably about 400 metres to go, and Alan is making his way up. We can see, if you look really closely to the top middle screen, we can see Hans Christian Tusvig is behind him. He was a minute back, but it looks like Hans Christian is still moving well. Alan has looked back, and I think he can see that Hans Christian is approaching. We're maybe setting up for an incredible finish here. We're looking across Gaustatoppen as the lead athletes are approaching the finish line. This is going to be quite possibly an incredible finish here. As we pan in, and we have to look really closely to see what's happening, we can see in the middle of the screen, we can see Alan Hovda. Alan Hovda is leading, and he is probably a few minutes away from winning the X-Tri World Championships, but we can still see Hans Christian Tusvig is probably within a minute and within eye shot of Alan Hovda. Alan is now looking back. He's looking back, and Hans Christian can see that Alan is looking back. So yes, Alan's pushing on now. We're seeing Alan pushing on, and Hans Christian is, he's moving. Hans Christian Tusvig is moving fast, and this is really going to be set up for an incredible finish to the X-Tri World Championships. This is just going to be such an incredible finish. These two guys have been leading from the front all day, and really for a race of this period of time to come down to the last few hundred metres is incredible. It's quite incredible. So just trying to get some good footage here for the guys to come into frame. I think everyone's waiting at the top in anticipation of what's about to happen. I mean, they're watching what's going on here. We can see, we're just getting footage now. We can see they're now applauding now. We can see that Alan Hovda was ahead of Hans Christian Tusvig, and I'm unsure as to what's going to happen here, but the winner is now approaching. The X-Tri World Championship winner is seconds away, and it's Hans Christian Tusvig. Hans Christian Tusvig is the winner of X-Tri World Championships. That is an incredible last few hundred metres. He's overtaken Alan Hovda in the last few minutes of the race. That's incredible. Well done, Hans Christian. Incredible. That is an amazing race. What emotion. That is just incredible. His support team are, wow. This is just amazing. His support team are just joining him in the moment. He has won the X-Tri World Championships here in Gaustatoppen. What an incredible finish. What an incredible finish. Well done, Hans Christian. He's now holding the Norwegian flag. He is the champ. That is quite incredible finish here at Norseman. Incredible finish. The supporters applauding Alan Hovda. Alan Hovda, here comes Alan, 3 times winner of Norseman and second in the X-Tri World Championships. Well done, Alan. Brilliant. This is just incredible sportsmanship. 2 champion athletes, first and second place in the X-Tri World Championships. Hans Christian Trusvig and Alan Hovda. And there's Alan with his little boy. Wow.
So once Alan has a chance to get his... Hans Christian, can we take a little word with you for the viewers at home?
Yes.
What happened on the mountain?
I don't know. I really don't know. I just tried to keep it steady, and 1K down here, I suddenly saw him.
What went through your mind when you saw him?
I heard all the people, all the tourists, they said that he looked a bit tired. I felt quite tired too, so but when I saw him, I realized that, okay, it's now or never.
That lit the fire under you.
Yeah, something happened inside of here.
Where did you find the energy to make that last burst to take this on the very last of 220 kilometers?
I've dreamt of winning this race for many years. Before I even started triathlon. It's an epic race, and I knew from the first moment when we got into water today that this was my day. It was an absolute fantastic day I had. My body was just, yeah, everything went perfect.
You've dreamt of this for many years. How does it feel now that you've achieved it?
Yeah, I can't believe it, really. I can't really believe it.
How are you going to celebrate this?
Oh, I don't know. What's the proper celebration?
I think it's waffles here in the house behind us, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. My cousin sent me 50 kroners to buy waffles, so...
That's great. I'll join you in the queue in a second. Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Hans Christian, the 2019 champion. Very well done. We're going to grab Alan Hovda, the 2018 champion. The time is 10 hours, 17 minutes and 50 seconds since they jumped off the boat this morning and the siren went to start the Norseman. Right now he is coming in 3rd place in the X-Tri World Championship. Jarle Vanskog. So composed as he comes in, but now he's looking for somewhere to sit down. Make him a little bit of space there. Such a draining moment. 10 hours and 18 odd minutes after starting the race to finally get to the finish line here at Gaustatoppen in 3rd place as well. So some electrolytes, some soup, some bread and a hug. I think the hug is what means the most right about now.
Fy faen, du har holdt tida hele veien. Allan tappte på slutten. Det var helt vilt, altså. Det var over forventet.
Jarle, if we can get a quick word, how do you feel now after that?
I'm really tired. I had a really bad swim. I got big cramps and had to hold on to the kayak. Probably like 5 to 7 minutes, and came behind and had to chase on the bike, and I went all in on the run, went 1:20 on the first half marathon, and was just about to get up here. It was really hard.
1:20 is a ridiculous pace of the first half marathon. How did you manage that? How did you still have that in your legs after catching up on the bike ride?
I don't know. I just had to give... I went all in, and I wasn't sure I was able to do the climbs after that because I knew I had been running really fast in the beginning, but I had great support pushing me all the time, and that was the main factor.
What was the goal when you jumped off the boat at 4:45 this morning? How did you expect this day to pan out?
I knew I was in good form, but I didn't expect to get cramps and to stop on the swim. So I was probably 5 minutes down from what I was expecting. So that was a bad start. So I'm really happy. The main goal was to be on the podium. So I'm really glad I managed that.
And finally, how are you going to celebrate this podium finish at the Norseman in the X-Tri World Championship?
I've been here many times, and we have always said that we were going to party on the evening, but there's probably no energy left for that. So I think I'm just going to crash on the sofa tonight and eat candy and ice.
I'll buy you a nice coffee at breakfast tomorrow and we can celebrate that. Thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you.
There we go. That is our third place finisher in the X-Tri World Championship race, and we will bring you more and more finishers as the evening goes on, as the weather gets worse, but the joy up here at Gaustatoppen is fantastic. There it is, Lucy Gossage, our first sight of her. A little step, but a little misstep, but it makes no difference. If that's the only misstep you take today, she is the X-Tri World Champion. Lucy Gossage comes in first. 11 hours, 27 minutes and about 14 seconds after she left this morning from Eidfjord. 220 kilometres. And that's about the happiest woman at the top of the world right now. More finishers coming in. Matthias here, number 156. Delighted to get to the top of the mountain and claim his black t-shirt. Well done, brother. Oh my God, that was hard, says Lucy Gossage. And what is probably the understatement, the greatest understatement in the history of the Norseman. You can see her support team partner there with a water bladder on her back. There we go. Lucy, let's bring you in a little bit over here.
Oh my God.
I'm just waiting for you to get your breath back, so I'll just keep talking until you do. Okay?
I'm not sure I can.
How long did you know that you were in first place and you were ahead and this race was in the palm of your hand?
Oh, it's just so hard. Like that run, oh my God. Oh.
Take me back to the boat this morning. What was the plan when you jumped off the boat into the water in the darkness in Eidfjord?
Have a fun day.
How did it turn out for you?
I think it needs a bit of time to... Oh my God, it was so hard. It was amazing. It was amazing. The bike was incredible. I loved it. The run, actually the first 2 hours, I was just really sore. And then Freddie Zombie Hill. Who thought that up?
Everybody loves Zombie Hill. I love the way it gets steeper and steeper until you get to the finish line as well.
It's just relentless, and then this bit. Yeah, it is amazing. I mean, look at the view. You can't even look at it.
Like I say, you're the happiest woman at the top of the world right now.
It's unbelievable. Oh, I don't think I really appreciated it on the run.
But you were saying on the bike you enjoyed it. Did you enjoy the scenery? What was it about the bike?
The bike was amazing. You could, it's just, I'm so glad I did it. I wanted an adventure, and that was certainly an adventure. But I thought it would be easier than an Ironman run because you'd be walking at the end. But
yeah, no, we don't do easy up here at all.
It's completely wrong. But
if you compare it to the other experiences that you've had in Ironmans and that kind of thing, where would you rate this one?
Oh right, I mean it's so different. You can't even compare. Yeah, so different. I gotta say, Mum and Dad's Dad's 70. Mum's not far off, and
Dad's on Snapchat at the moment, putting this out for the world.
On crutches, and they were world class. They were amazing. I don't think anyone would have had better support. And Hella I made her work really hard, so
do you know what?
she dug really deep.
Let's go over here because Mum is wearing the support bib, all right? So if we can bring the camera over here, and Lucy, you can stand on the other side of Mum. Mum, how did it feel to watch Lucy all day today and to try to help her out there on the course?
I've got very used to watching my daughter do extraordinary things, and she always goes in and says, "Oh, I don't think, as long as I have a fun day and end up smiling, it'll be perfect." And then when she wins, it is amazing. But she had to dig really, really deep today on the run up the hill. There was one bit where you can't park.
Yep.
And I was really worried and sort of started walking down. She said, "Oh, it's hard," which she doesn't say. Yep. But it was, and she got through it. So I am so proud.
They were amazing. Like, I didn't have to stop on the bike. They gave me bottles when I could just cycle through. They were, no one could have had better supporters.
Well, thank you, Helen and Phil, for those incredible images from the top of Gaustatoppen. What incredible scenes we were seeing there as the finishers are coming in for the X-Tri World Championships and the Norseman finishers as well. So if we can just recap on the closing results, the X-Tri World Championships 2019, the male winner, Hans Christian Tusvig from Norway, the winner of the X-Tri World Championships 2019. In second place, a really closely run race. Second place, Alan Hovda, also from Norway. And as we just seen some from the images there from Phil, Jarl Wemskog, who made it a clean sweep for Norway, 1, 2, 3 in the X-Tri World Championship race. Incredible racing there. And if we move on to the women's field, we just seen Lucy Gossage finishing there. Lucy from the UK finishing in an incredible 11 hours 27 minutes. That was an incredible race from Lucy. And second place, Flora Collage. Flora also from the UK but living in Switzerland. An incredible race from Flora to take second place, very, very closely followed by Lene Marie Langseth from Norway. I think that's an incredible field, and well done to those ladies on brilliant result and incredible results. On the Norseman field, for the Norseman race, remember today there was 2 races. There was the X-Tri World Championship race, and there was the main field, the Norseman race for the black t-shirts. The winner of the Norseman men was Fredrik Lien Johansen, who from Norway, finishing in 10:47, which is an amazing time. That's a time that's good enough to probably have him in amongst the elite field. In second place, Matthias Almingen, also from Norway. And in third place, Nikolai Treflunder, also from Norway. So again, in the men's Norseman black t-shirt, a clean sweep for Norway. In the women's field for the Norseman race, black t-shirt, we have Dan Botenbrud from the Netherlands. In second place, we have Maggie Fournier from Canada. And in third place, Sophie Whitworth from the UK. So that's a recap on the results. So brilliant, and well done everyone on such an amazing day.
You can see there the athletes are swimming out as well, so they will form a second line behind the World Championship athletes who are over there hanging on. Regular ferry that's used to traverse Eidfjord on a regular basis, and it's going to... There's nobody, not too many people seeming to doubt themselves as they just jump into the fjord here. Water about 16 or 17 degrees on display. Many of our athletes here barefoot and kind of happy to be so at this hour of the morning. You don't get the usual people jumping in and shivering and that kind of thing, you know, so nobody seems to object to any of that so far. At least that we're going to be keeping an eye on. Some of them are competing in the World Championship. Some of them will be. She's here as well, and we're going to be trying to keep an eye out for her as we go along. So we're down to the last few athletes now, setting their watches. A lot of watches there they're going to tell them about, not just the top in front. And it's a kind of an odd setup with the Norseman, because often you'll have somebody who's very, very strong in swimming, or they'll be strong heads bobbing in the yellow caps in the water as the ferry that brought them out here to...
Well be a swim record, we're not sure yet, but a super fast time. So Britain's Mark Threlfall, first out of the water. Third out of the water was Alan Hovda, who was last year's winner. Now, Alan has won this race 3 times, but he doesn't quite have the world record yet. So I think Alan is going to be kind of really gunning for maybe taking that world record this year, as well as obviously his 4th Norseman title. So yeah, Alan Hovda, third out the swim. Now, Alan's a Norwegian. He trains in these mountains all the time. He's a super tough guy. He knows his course inside out, and it'll be really interesting to see how his race progresses. Just coming through the field. Now, this year is the first year that we're seeing the Norseman the X-Tri World Championships, which is the first time they're flying off, they're getting their kit ready, they're kind of like, get everything sorted out for his bike leg, which is 180 kilometres. A guy here, and he's actually got a neoprene neck guard on, and that's designed to stop his wetsuit chafing his neck, just give you that extra touch to the pedals. But that's for safety, you know, we can't have athletes riding their bikes around transition when other people are kind of getting...
bra? Så bra ut det här. Ja, men härligt.
Okay, cool. Vi håller på att komma ut med väskan och saker, så vi är ute i god tid.
Ja, vi kör på ledarna.
so close, and he was very, very close last year as well. And when we looked at the timings and the temperature of the water this morning, we thought that this is going to suit Alan Hovda. It's going to suit his plan. And I was told about the meticulous level of his planning, where they said that, you know, he was measuring the temperature of the water that he was going to use to cool himself during the race. Now, if you're getting into that level of detail, which is probably what you have to do if you want to be serious about winning races like this, well then, you know, any success you get, there's no element of luck involved here. Every eventuality is planned for. We'll see now if we can point him out somewhere, but it is going to be hard to see as he comes around. There's still a lot of people making their way up here to the highest point, to the top of the world where this race ends. In the background you can see there the sun shining down, beaming down through the clouds, beaming down on Alan Hovda as he makes his way towards the end. The race in general has been fantastic. As far as we know, it has gone off without incident. No reports of injuries or accidents, and it's amazing to see the respect shown on the roads towards the athletes, especially during the cycling. There's 180 kilometres of road that they have to negotiate, and some great respect shown by motorists, both those who are following the race, the support teams, that kind of thing, but also the general public here, all the way from Eidfjord to Gaustatoppen. They really seem to enjoy this race. They've really taken it to their hearts, and they're well aware that it's going on. So they make sure that they give the cyclists the due room, and you'll see both lanes on the highway there. They're sort of, you know, giving each other a little bit of room, or enough room to pass by without endangering the health or the safety of the athletes as they go along. Any second now, as a couple of drops of rain begin to fall, we're expecting to see Alan Hovda. There's a huge crew here for the end of the Isklar Norseman, just to keep this area free so that Alan Hovda can cross the finish line. Starting to hear a few cheers now in the distance. That last little bit of encouragement, we mentioned it earlier on at the support station that we broadcast at earlier today. We told you about what the support means to these athletes, that little bit of encouragement that they need, even if you're in the lead, even if you're coming towards the end of the race. That little bit of encouragement is what gives you the energy to keep going, to keep putting one foot in front of the other. The stewards now are getting anxious. They're starting to clear people out here from the finish line.
Can be a sprint finish.
So, whoa, what a day here at the X-Tri World Championships 2019, presented by Norseman. Spectacular images over the top of Gaustatoppen and over the whole region of Telemark in Norway. We'd like to thank our sponsors, the athletes, the support and support teams, friends and family, you, the viewer, the incredible Norseman crew, and everyone that helped make this happen today. From us, thank you for joining us on this journey through the most beautiful nature of Norway.